we're up today at Sion Mills, and we'll do a wee walk about, a wee tour. I'm going to ask someone in the antique shop here about some history around the city, or has some history around the town, so keep posted. So I was in the antique shop there, and I was chatting to a fella called Noel. I'm going to chat to a boy called Richard up here. He's going to give me a wee brief overview about the history of Sion Mills and places to go see. So I'm currently outside with the boy. He's going to give me an interview, and just have to wait about for a wee bit. But we'll do some landmarks as well as we walkway up here as well. And just hopefully get some history around the landmarks and the people themselves here in the village. Unfortunately, that was unsuccessful, so I'm going to try to find somebody else to interview, or either just interview him off camera and then share some of the history and everyone around the landmarks with the provided information. I'll put the video. That there house over there reminds me of some of the houses that you see in Nuremberg and Bavaria. And that chapel back there, fun fact, my grandparents were actually married in there on my mother's side. So that's about it. I haven't been able to successfully get somebody to interview. A lot of people who I've been chatting to are actually not from Sion Mills. So hopefully I can run into somebody, like, as I said, even if they don't do it on camera, give me some background information and I'll take it from there. So unfortunately I couldn't get anybody, and the fella who was meant to be seeing, I couldn't find him, so I'll try my best to try to figure some history about myself by reading some plaques, and hopefully if there's somebody about I can ask them and just see how it goes, take it from there. So over here is the Church of the Good Shepherd, and during World War I, 100 people from the village had lost their lives, and there's a plaque inside the church here, has all their names on it in memory of themselves. And there's actually CS area here that was Brigadier General Ambrose Ricardo, and he was largely responsible for building this here church here behind me. That's his final resting ground there, from what I know from the plaque I just read. And also, this here church was inspired by a church in Pistola near Florence, Italy, and it can hold around 350 people because of its design. Also, another fact is that there's only plain glass windows here, there's no stained glass windows, and it's built in Byzantine style. I'll just link it here, the word. I might be butchering that there pronunciation, but that's the word right there. So, other than that, that's some history behind this. My grandfather, great-grandfather even, he was a sergeant in World War I of the Enniskillen Fusiliers. But to my knowledge, he actually lived here, Sion Mills. So I'm going to try to go in there and then try to see his names up there in the plaque. Unfortunately, it's locked, so I'm going to try to check out this here memorial now. What's your name?
George Irwin.
And what's your role here?
I'm chairman of the Sion Mills Buildings Preservation Trust, and our headquarters is the stables here at Sion Mills.
And what can you tell me a brief history about the stables itself, where we're standing?
Yeah, the stables, this is a new building here. This is the Heritage Education Centre, which was built about 2009 and 9 or so. The stables, this building here with the clock tower, was built about 1884, and at the same time the herdman home house was extended, and that's very close by. But basically this is where the herdmans would have kept their horses and their cars in more recent times. And this was taken into public ownership by the Department of the Environment back about 2005 or so, and it was then given to the Hearth Foundation, which is really a housing association with a heritage department, and they restored it back to really what it would have looked like just when it was built, which is quite an achievement. And this is the headquarters of the Buildings Preservation Trust. We've leased it from the Hearth Foundation, and our remit really is to look after historic buildings, to educate the public about the importance of restoring historic buildings and putting them back into use for the good of the public. And here in Sion Mills we have a great many historic buildings and buildings of great architectural merit as well. Perhaps we could talk about that in depth sometime.
Thanks very much.
Yeah.
So I'm quite happy about that there. Somebody's willing to give me an interview. around the Sion stable, and his name is George Aaron. He's the head there for the stables, or the Princess Trust up here in Sion, and we exchange details, and hopefully now I can do something for the channel. I might put this here section on a vlog, as a weekly vlog, but ultimately I've got a big video up coming around the history in Sion Mills. So keep posting that regard, and we'll do the walk now around the Swinging Bridge. So my first impressions of Sion Mills is that the people up here are very friendly, and they were willing to help me out, try to figure out places or people to go see for history. And or not, they really directly some places that were of interest, and we'd have a, as I've said, we interview now with George Irwin. So I keep posting that regard, hopefully turn into a full-page video and get a bit more in depth of the history of Sion Mills, because I'm sort of coming this here with fresh eyes. I don't really know much about Sion Mills, and we head up here now to Herman's factory, and we'll go down to the Swinging Bridge and places like that there. So I'll just show you about it. I think that's actually Herman's mill up here. I'll show you now. So during the Great Potato Famine of 1845 to 1852, the factory itself here was a place where people like the poor and deprived could get the broth that was made especially here in this factory. And also this factory behind me, which was Herman's Mill, was constructed in 1853, just after the events of the Great Potato Famine, and it was built a 5-story mill. It was built with 5 stories. They enclose the new modern spinning machines, which include more spindles, and it lasted well into the 20th century. And during 1989, this was actually a ban for the Mourne Mill, and the mill had spun its last spindle at the Mourne. The Mourne had closed down on the 21st of May 2004. And on top of that, let's see, also should be mentioned that the home field was here on these grounds, and in the 2nd of July 1969, the people here in Sion Mills and surrounding areas played in this field, and they beat a West Indian team by 25 runs or 25 bowls. So just going to head off now to the Swinging Bridge, and actually tell you a few things about the Swinging Bridge. The Swinging Bridge, there was 3 of them. There's 3 bridges here in Sion Mills. The first one was swept away in 1929, and later on the second one was swept away in 1987. So ultimately I'm going to help now to Swinging Bridge to show you. So I believe now that we're in home field, and this is the area on the 2nd of July 1969. The team from here, Sion Mills, beat the West Indian team by about 25 bowls. So here's the field now. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, it's a cricket club. That's what the bowls means. So here we have the swinging bridge up here. I'm not going to cross it just yet. I'm going to do some other things. So here is the weir, so it is. Up here is called the weir, and a lot of Arctic salmon, or Atlantic salmon, jump this here weir up the ways, and it's actually one of the best places they actually fish here. One of the best places they fish here in Ireland. I was told by one of the local residents here who used to do a bit of fishing up here and used to work up in the mill. So a lot of my information was from reading plaques and asking some people around the town or the village itself. So ultimately, that's going to conclude today's video, and hopefully I'll be able to do a full one with George Irwin. And I'll keep posting that regard, but this is going to be sort of like a weekly vlog update with hopefully leading to something bigger. So that's all for the day. I hope you enjoyed.